These right here are containers. I usually just mix items with like vegetable glycerin and shea butter. This is a vegetable glycerin one, I can tell, because it's kind of streaky and loose. This one is like a shea butter and oil one. You know, I just use my little chopper blender, and you know, sometimes I just make stuff from items. I use, oh, you know what? Wait a minute. Got to get this out of my refrigerator. Some items you will have to store in your refrigerator, like aloe vera gel. It's a good, I find it to be like a good lubricant for the hair. I mostly just throw it in with, you know, like sometimes when I'm doing those mixtures, I just throw that in, and don't mind that it says lobster meat, because it's not. And aloe vera gel has a lot of good properties. Alrighty, this is coconut and papaya lotion. I know a YouTuber had talked about, I don't think it was this one, I think it was another one, but it was from the same company, Newbies Heritage. Oh, I think it was this one, maybe. Oh, no, maybe it was that one. This one is Newbies Heritage too. It's honey and black seed lotion, and this is when I got into the phase of reading products and realizing that, you know, it wasn't about what the product name was, more about the ingredients in the products. And even though these are lotions for the body, they actually have really basic and good ingredients that's good for your hair. And I started using it. If you see this one, I did start using a lot of it. It's just kind of heavy, so I stopped using it, but I do like it. The first couple ingredients: African shea butter, black seed oil, Arabian honey, apricot oil, vitamin E, you know, and there's maybe another 4 or 5 items in this one. And you can use lotions for your hair if they work for your, you know, it's just about reading the ingredients. Okay. Rose water was something that I got because I heard it was a good way to alleviate scents, although it hasn't really worked that well for me. But whatever. That's why it's pretty much full, because I used it once. Then you know what I did? I went to Whole Foods and I bought this because I love the smell of this, which is in this almond extract. But it's purified water, organic alcohol, glycerin, and bitter almond oil, and it smells so good. But I think that alcohol like dries everything out. I put this in with vegetable glycerin and shea butter one time, and then it was like totally dried out. So I don't know that this was the smartest thing to do. Because another option is you can use essential oils, but I haven't found that essential oils work for me, because I want something simple like the smell of almond, and sometimes essential oils are like rosewood and blah blah, and it's too above and beyond what I want. But that's me. Mineral oil is something that is really not good for our hair, and there's another name for it, which I'll just post because I don't want to say it wrong. But you have to watch out for that. It's something that you don't want to put in your hair. And definitely do some research on mineral oil, and you'll find a lot of information about that. So it's kind of public information. Sodium hydroxide seems to be, it's something that they use for lye, and sometimes you can find it in conditioners. And apparently, depending on how far it is down in the conditioner, it's not that bad for your hair because it has a second use. But just be careful of sodium hydroxide and look for it and make sure it's not one of the first 5 ingredients in your conditioners. Alright, I realize you might not be able to read it that well. But coconut oil is great. It's a good staple item, and I don't think there's anything bad you can say about it. It has awesome properties. And the only thing I will say that it is a slave to the temperature. The hotter it is, the more liquidy it will be. It can become a complete liquid. It can also harden into a solid that you can't even penetrate with your finger. It all depends on the temperature. And me living in Massachusetts, I get to appreciate all forms of coconut oil, jojoba oil. This is great, and I believe this oil is the most like your natural hair oil. Our pores naturally secrete oils, and I think jojoba oil is actually the most similar, like in property and texture and in every way, like our natural hair. So it's almost like we're replenishing our own oils when we use that. Castor oil. This is a brand new bottle. I have not started using it yet, but I've heard a lot of wonderful things about it, so I'm excited to start using that. Avocado oil. I'm gonna post the video, but this lady, I can't remember her name, I'm gonna put it on the bottom. She did this awesome video, and it's called avocado oil versus olive oil, and the properties that avocado oil has is ridiculous. She's one of those people who is really into the scientific side of things, which I always appreciate that. And she breaks down like all the properties and why it's good for you. And it's pretty much like 100 times better than olive oil. And olive oil is good too, though. Not to knock olive oil, but I will post her her name on the bottom. You can check out her video. It's really informative. And I haven't started using it. It's brand new, but I'm excited to try that out. Oh, oyinhandmade. Ooh, ladies, fellas, this stuff smells ridiculous. Can I tell you, it smells ridiculously good. Oh my God. This particular item, what is this? Burnt sugar pomade. If you order it, you can order it online, oyinhandmade.com. It takes a couple weeks for them to deliver it to you, and that's just because they make everything handmade. So when you order it, they're actually creating it and then they're shipping it to you. So it does take a couple of weeks, but it's worth it. And I like supporting them because, unlike Miss Jessie's, you know, all the products are good. And the last ingredient usually is like something like love and care. I mean, I think it's really positive, and it's not overpriced and expensive like Miss Jessie's. I'm getting a sense that I'm not really happy with Miss Jessie's. Miss Jessie's works for some people. It's just not a healthy way. If you are more into being healthy, it's definitely not the way to go. But you know, it does work for some women, and you know, I'm not trying to say if you use it you're a bad person. That's just my personal opinion. I'm just not happy with her. Anyway, or them, they're sisters. Okay, Gro. I haven't used it recently. This is alcohol-free and oil-free, and it's supposed to, you know, give you a little shine. I haven't looked at the ingredients. Ooh, but it has a cone that I don't think is good. You know, some things I bought, like before, when I first went natural, I just wanted to find things that worked for my hair, and I didn't care what the side effects were, what the byproduct was. I just was like, oh, let me just buy it. And now, you know, a couple of years later, I'm realizing, what am I putting in my hair? Is it healthy for my hair? Is it going to help long-term for my hair, etc., etc.? So now I find myself being more cautious of what I buy. This is something that I bought in the early stage. I don't really use it anymore. It looks like it has a couple of cones in it that might be drying for the hair, but it is a hair mister, and I'm not necessarily recommending it. Vegetable glycerin.